What's going on YouTube? It's Shadow today with another video. Today I'm going to be covering how you can make a successful gaming channel in 2026, and it is still possible. Trust me, I know. I've been making YouTube videos for a long time on and off, inconsistently at best, and I've never managed to get into the YouTube partner program. That is, until now. I've officially become a YouTube partner, which is super exciting for me, and I've been working on it for a long time. As you guys can see here, it's just a 3,000 hour one, but I'm going to hit the 4,000 hour one probably by the end of the month, and I couldn't be happier, and you guys can do it too. I'm not going to try to sell you guys any magic here. I'm just going to show you what works and what doesn't work from someone who has tried it all. I'm not someone who made one video and got monetized. If we go to my content, I have literally made hundreds and hundreds of videos. I have 88 long form videos that's only the ones I haven't deleted, and 176 shorts. So I've tried almost everything. And I'm here to tell you there's a lot of stuff that works, there's a lot of stuff that doesn't work. But when it comes to making YouTube videos, it's really hard to pin down the information that you're looking for as a new creator. Yes, Mr. Beast has wonderful tips. Make better videos, make it 1% better every single time. YouTube thumbnails are super important. We all know all the gists of all the things people say in basics. Pick a niche, all that stuff. It's true, it is true, but it's very broad. And by narrowing things down with what worked for me and what didn't work for me, I can promise you that if you follow these tips and you're struggling on YouTube, you will find value in this. And if you guys do, I'd really appreciate it if you subbed to the channel and liked so you guys can see more stuff like this in the future. Now, let's get back to me so I can tell you a little bit about this journey and what you guys need to do so that way you guys can succeed as well. Now, I had for a very long time about 1,000 subscribers. A long time ago, if we go way back in my videos here, and we go to my most popular videos, I made a couple Minecraft videos. This is literally 2020 COVID time. I made these videos, they got about 100 to 200 views in the first week or two, and then I stopped making videos because I got frustrated. These weren't my only videos, but whatever. As you can see, I was making videos in 2020, and then I just kind of gave up. I came back 2 years later, and these videos, not quite viral, but I mean, they did really, really well. Almost 100,000 views between the two of them. And these videos still get me views today. Some of these have, like, as you can see, 1,000 likes, 600 likes. And I didn't know what was wrong with my content that I wasn't succeeding. And I thought I figured it out. So the first thing I thought was, oh, it's because I was doing Minecraft videos. Of course, everyone was home during COVID, there's some truth to that. So people were trying to make Minecraft realms and hang out with their friends. So I tried to do the logical thing, right? My kids play Roblox all the time. Roblox has a billion different games that you can play. So I thought the most simple thing to do, why don't I just make Roblox videos? I won't have to think of creative ideas. I can just play Roblox games and there will always be new ones to choose from and it'll be good. And I worked really hard at Roblox for a while. Despite not really enjoying the game, I tried to start making Roblox content right about here. As you can see, it did not go well at all. 60 views, 71 views, 69 views, and a lot of these came after I did a little bit better in general. So as you can see, I did not find a lot of success here. But I did work really hard on these videos. Not necessarily every one, but a lot of these videos I put 10, 15, 20 hours into to only get 60 views. And if you guys have made YouTube videos before, nothing sucks more than working your butt off and thinking this is the one and it's not. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes videos will underperform. Sometimes they'll overperform. That just happens. You might have an idea and sometimes you will know like this video's got it. This video is going to do well. But you'll also be disappointed sometimes when you think that too. But what I want to make clear is a popular game does not make a popular channel. Just because you're playing Roblox doesn't mean anyone cares that you're playing Roblox. That means there's probably a million other people making videos about Roblox. The problem I had was I'm a father, I have 4 children, and I have a full-time job. I can't make the production quality of some of the bigger channels like Botcha Blocks and some of those guys that play and have production teams of 10 to 20 people. I can't make videos like that where I cut every 3 seconds and it's super animated and I have all this CGI and stuff like that that makes things look cool, makes my character do cool things. I just don't have the time to make that kind of production value. I don't have the time, I don't have the money, and I don't have the team behind me to do that. If I tried to make a video like that, it would take me a year and it probably still wouldn't look anything like theirs. So as I realized that, I tried something else. I tried YouTube Shorts. Now, if you guys haven't done YouTube Shorts before, I'm going to give you a little spiel here that you might have heard before. A lot of people will tell you pick YouTube Shorts or pick YouTube long form. The money is in YouTube long form in general. That is true. Your RPM is a lot higher if you're watching long form videos. So if you're trying to make money, long form videos are probably your best bet. But there is a little trick that gets people with shorts. If any of you have made shorts before, I can almost guarantee, unless it's a brand new channel, you got at least 700 views. You probably made a short after having made longs for a long time. You thought, let me just try a short. And you made a short, and honestly, respectfully, it was probably a crappy short. But guess what? Look at all my video views, besides like maybe one. But look, none of these really missed 700, as you guys can see, right? Pretty much YouTube Shorts views are much different than long form. They don't have to choose to click on it. They just have to scroll through and decide it's something that they want to watch, even if it's just for a second or two. That's why all my shorts have over 700 views. Now, let me be clear. I am not a short form channel. I'm a long form channel now, and I very occasionally will sprinkle in shorts. But that's the trick. They're kind of like candy, because maybe if you make a long form video and you get 36 views and you worked really hard on it, it didn't feel that great. But then you make a short and you got 700 views in an hour and you're like, oh my God, shorts are my thing. I'm good at shorts. I didn't realize I figured out shorts. You didn't, unfortunately. If you only got 700 views on shorts, that's about the bare minimum testing group you can get. So that's the difference between shorts and long form. You really need to earn your views on long form because people have to be convinced to click on your video by the thumbnail and the title. Whereas with shorts, they just scroll through their feed and eventually you might pop up. If they stay on the video and watch it, it'll pop up for more people. But if you're doing long form, people still have to see your thumbnail, think that looks cool, click on it. And also, you're a little more guaranteed to get some time on a long form click. Yes, sometimes people will click and be like, this is not what I thought it was, and click off. But shorts, people are ready to scroll. You don't watch the first 10 shorts you see usually. You watch one, you scroll, oh, this one, okay, you scroll. So there's a big difference between shorts and long form, and people get tricked into thinking shorts are easier when they aren't really easier. They're just kind of different. So that's why a lot of channels focus on shorts and long form, because it's kind of a different style of creation. Shorts are all about packing the best 1 minute or less into a video, and it's got to be nonstop action for 1 minute straight. Whereas long form, yes, a lot of people are just going to tell you like you have to have your hook in the first 30 seconds, you have to develop a story. Something else that's important to note is there's different kinds of content creation for all people. Like I've told you guys, I have kids before, so it's hard for me to record and use a face cam because I have 4 kids that are constantly running around during my videos. It's actually hard to even get the time to record my videos in general. So I tried to use a face cam for a while, and then I realized I'm not going to be able to consistently create content while using my face. I hated having to be like, guys, go in the other room, stuff like that. I know I could put them in the videos, but that takes away from it too. So I just eventually decided to give up the face cam, even though I feel like I have a pretty good personality and stuff like that. And definitely the face cam helps that shine through. But for me, I needed to be able to make content consistently. So I decided to just get rid of the face cam. And honestly, I've had more success than ever since giving up the face cam. With gaming, they're going to tell you to find a niche, right? But the people in general are always like, unless you're super skilled at a game, like if you're the best Call of Duty player, make videos about Call of Duty. You'll be fine. You'll do well. People will see your skill and they'll understand how good you are at the game. But for the 95% of us that are not professional gamers, that's not going to work. So if I'm, example with Roblox, like I said, but I used to make Call of Duty videos and I had no success with that. I was good at Call of Duty. I was better than the average person for sure. But I'm not the best. Why would you watch me when you could watch Shroud or Ninja or Dr. Disrespect or one of those guys who have millions of followers already, a huge production team, and are also pro-level gamers at that? All right, so I don't want this to be a 1 hour long video. I do want it to be helpful for you guys, so I'm going to rapid fire some stuff for you right now. If you're making a gaming video, make a game you enjoy playing that you're not going to get sick of playing. If you start making videos about it, I don't care what game it is, pick any game in the world you want, say Hearthstone, right? The Blizzard game. If you want to make Hearthstone videos, great. Make videos about Hearthstone and try to make them creative. Look up other videos about Hearthstone. See what people are doing. And I'm not saying copy it, but you can get an idea of what people are creating and what people are finding interesting to watch. And if you look at it and then you make some videos, say make 10 videos. I would say 10 videos on a game. And if you make 10 videos on that game and you're not steadily increasing in viewer count, it's time to abort mission. You got to try another game. I'm not going to say you can never find success with it, but for me, I targeted old school RuneScape, which is a game that a lot of you probably don't know what it is unless you're like 30 years old. Okay, at least. Old school RuneScape was a game that launched in like the early 2000s that we used to play. It was pretty much World of Warcraft before World of Warcraft. Okay, it was a free little game where you run around and you buy iron swords and you kill goblins and stuff like that. And now it's a mobile game as well. They pretty much just like remade it for mobile. Okay. Everyone that plays it now is generally a little older, but there is still an audience for it. It's not a super popular game, but if we go to my content here and you look at my videos, right? We're looking at all these videos. Now let's go to my videos that I'm making today. I'm making videos about a game I enjoy playing, and not every single one's going to do super good, but I mean, 1,300 views, that would have been one of my better performing ones. That's like my floor now. So 1,300, 9,000, about 1,000, 3,000, 2,000. This is a good example of when I swapped off something that wasn't working. So if you look, I was making all these Slayer guides, right? So you're looking 200 views, 200 views. They actually kind of did what I thought they'd do eventually. These were meant to be what's called an evergreen video. Evergreen videos aren't just hot for a minute. They're not about a recent update. They're about the game in general and something people are going to constantly search. So in old school RuneScape, Slayer is a task you do where you have to kill a specific type of monster. So I was making videos about those. So if you needed to kill ice giants, I'd be like, oh, look, this is where you go to kill ice giants. You go here, they can drop these items. It pretty much just gives you the spiel on the task you're about to do. And I got a little frustrated. They're actually doing kind of the evergreen thing now. But at first they were staying like really low on views, like 60 or 70 views. And I was like, okay. And I made like about almost 10. I think I made like 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I made a mic review. But anyway, and then I was like, okay, these aren't really working. So I tried to move on to something else. Flipping. So I like to flip in old school RuneScape, which is like you buy stuff and you sell it for more money. That's something I find fun to do. I always have in every game I've played. So I decided to make a video about that because I was good at it. I was good at making money in RuneScape by just selling things. And I made a video, and that was my most successful video since my 2020 Minecraft video. I got 11,000 views. The video, if you look at the analytics, did really well. I had 850 hours of watch time from one video. I got over 100 subscribers from a long form video. It did really, really well. The click-through rate was a little low, but you have to realize a lot of my audience was from Roblox. I got to like my 5,000 sub point with the Roblox videos about guessing the price, the shorts I was making. But it did really well. The average view was better than ever. The watch time was way better. Look, my watch time is usually 7 hours. This video alone got over 800 hours of watch time. All of my videos combined that I did with Roblox over the course of about 2 months pulled in about 800 hours from all these videos. So if you in Cobblemon included, all this stuff right here, this is when I started making videos again. My first video was April, all the way until I think it was like August. And then I swapped to old school RuneScape. Yeah, right around here was my last video, so August. So from April to August, I tried super hard. I was grinding YouTube like no other. I would get home, I'd work on videos, I'd think of video ideas, I would edit, I would work on thumbnails, all that stuff. And then eventually I took a big break, about a month and a half, and I started playing old school RuneScape with my brother. And then I was like, you know what? I can make videos about this. They probably won't do well, but at least it'll be fun. So I started making videos about what I was doing. So if I was killing ghouls, I made a video about how to kill ghouls. If I was killing ice giants, I made a video about them. I started flipping, which is selling items for profit. So you buy it at one price and sell it at another price to make money. I started showing videos about that too. And that's when they really exploded. And I realized it is very true what they say to make videos about what you care about. I don't give a rat's butt about Roblox. To be honest with you, I play with my kids sometimes for fun. I personally couldn't care one way or the other. But I was making videos that I didn't really care that much about. And I know some of my audience still watches today from Roblox. I love you guys. You're awesome. And you definitely helped me get my start. But I started playing this game because this is what I was playing right now. And I've done so much better. I'm uploading even less consistently because I coach wrestling too. So I'm busy. Like, yes, for here I coach. But for a while, sometimes I'll take 2 weeks off and then I'll make another video. Whenever I get time, I just make videos about what I'm playing. And I do so much better because I sound knowledgeable about what I'm talking about because because it's something I play. I don't have to look up what's the next Roblox Grow Garden update going to be. And I don't have to try to beat everybody to the punch. And I don't have to try to make the most creative clickbaity titles of all time. I make videos about what I'm actually showing you how to do. This one's literally about the old school RuneScape market was crashing. People were losing tons of money. This is about the best short flips. This is about how you can kill hill giants and stuff like that, right? Also, another tidbit about the whole titles thumbnails thing. I tried AI thumbnails for a long time. I got a ton of negative feedback, and I will tell you, you're better off making a thumbnail yourself, even if it's significantly worse, in my opinion, than you are using an AI thumbnail. Yes, some of the bigger creators use AI thumbnails, but they're already gigantic, and they have editing teams that know all the criteria and stuff like that. I'm telling you, work on your own thumbnails. Once I started making my own thumbnails, my click-through rates went much higher. And now that I'm making videos on stuff that I care about, my click-through rate for some of you guys just to like look at here, 10%. That's a really solid click-through rate for gaming. So I might not be the biggest old school RuneScape player ever, but there's not a billion people making videos about it like Roblox. I don't have to be the best. If I'm top 100 in RuneScape, that's still more views than being 100,075th at Roblox videos. Play what you want to play. If you want to play Roblox, sure, work on it. But it's going to be hard because it's saturated. So yeah, there might be billions of people watching the videos, but there's also millions and millions of people making the content. I'm doing pretty well at Old School RuneScape, I think, because there's not a ton of fresh content creators in it. A lot of the videos, including like the Slayer videos, I started making because a lot of the guides I was looking at for myself were old and used up. Some of them were from 4 or 5 years ago. So maybe they were in a different location now. Maybe things had changed with their drops, stuff like that. Make videos you're passionate about. If you're gonna make shorts, that's okay, but understand it's a different art form. So if you're gonna make shorts, I would either use them to promote your long form, so make them as little clips of your long form videos and be like, hey, look what you're missing. Go watch the whole video here, which is what I do with my shorts now. Like if you look, I don't really make a lot of shorts, but all of my shorts now, these are my old ones. If you look at all my shorts now, I gotta scroll. Oh, that's it, okay. Yeah, if you look at my shorts now, they're all little clips of Old School RuneScape stuff. And they don't do as well as my old ones. I mean, this one did really good. But if you look at my old videos here, they were all about giving stuff away. And that's why they did so well. My best videos are either about updates or people giving stuff away. And that didn't really build me a community that cared. That built a community of people that were like, did I win? Did I win? The amount of comments or people that would just sub and they'd be like, I only subbed for this. And then if they lost, they would unsub, which is okay. I don't really care. It's your own business. But the point is, I wasn't building a community that cared about my content. They weren't just like, wow, I love Shadow's videos. Some of them did, and some of them still watch my videos today, and I love you guys. But a lot of the people were only watching it because they thought they could get something. It was like a giveaway. So people only cared about it because of the giveaway. So make meaningful content. Another thing, if you noticed, obviously, I didn't do a whole ton of crazy editing on this video, and I'm not gonna. I thought about editing a little more than usual, but honestly, I'm a busy guy. I'm doing this on the weekend. I coach wrestling 5 days a week. I work at least 40 hours a week every week. I have my 4 kids. I have my wife. I'm a busy dude. I don't have time to make this super shiny and flashy. I'm just trying to be helpful. So if you're going to make content, you either need to be the best at the game. You need to be very informative about the game. Like that's kind of what I do. I don't have the best edited videos or anything like that, but I do have videos that give you information that's important and I give it to you in a clear, trustworthy way. I'm not out here trying to sell you guys on some crazy stuff. I'm just giving you information and I come through as genuine for that. And I'm always open to feedback when I'm wrong about stuff. But the point is my content is valuable because it gives you guys information that is helpful. So either be really good at the game, have high production value in the like crazy editing, stuff like that, do funny challenges. Your personality could be your niche. You could make Roblox videos or whatever, Pokemon videos, but you could be so funny and animated when you do them that people watch just for that. That's fine. For me, my thing is I don't have a ton of time to edit. So I start my computer, I talk to my mic a little bit, and I try to provide information that is helpful to other people. So that's where I succeed. So your niche doesn't have to be a specific game. It could be whatever you want it to be, but you got to realize that if you're not the best at a game, you should really be trying to find another way to make your content valuable. I hope that helps some of you guys. If you have questions, please let me know. Make videos about stuff you care about. Make your own thumbnails. Even if they're bad at first, they will get better. And feel free to try other games. I would really encourage you to branch out. You're much better off making something that you're passionate about than you are making just regurgitated crap or trying to copy a big creator, because you will fail. Because if you're trying to make a video to copy someone who made a 10 million view video, theirs is probably going to be better than yours because they probably have 10 people working on it that they pay hourly wages while you're here just trying to make a living to just try to get partnered on YouTube. All right, it's December, so happy holidays to all you guys. I hope some of you have found this useful and you'll subscribe. My little girl says hi, and that's it for me.